Good afternoon, Raider Nation. Cutting it close as usual. Had a small technical difficulty right before we decided to go on air. But we are here live, Bacon County versus Nemesis, Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. There is one out here in the top of the first. Big region matchup coming off into week 2 of the region series, or the region matchups. Last week, Bacon County Red Raiders swept East Lawrence 3-0, and Jeff Davis had a tough time with Toombs County, going 1-2. We'll talk more about our records and that sort of thing in just a little bit. Trey Thomas on the mound. Base hit to right field. Dean over. Makes the play. Gets the ball back in. Runner at first. It's going to bring the Hayes to the plate. Again, Thomas on the mound. Andrews behind the plate. Dustin, senior. Thomas is also a senior. Drew Elrod at first. The freshman, Garrett All, at second. Junior Jackson Connor at shortstop. And sophomore Martin at third base. I mentioned Dean in right field. Brady Cothran in center. And Terrion Moore in left field for your Raiders. Hayes at the plate. Williams on deck for the Jackets. Beautiful afternoon for baseball. Got a little shower this afternoon. Softened things up a little bit, or excuse maybe this morning, I should say, before lunch. The sun come out. Really nice. Not quite as cool as I was anticipating. Maybe when the sun goes on down, it'll drop on down just a little bit. I know we're going to have some cooler weather at the end of the week. One ball, two strikes, I believe. Good call. Now it's two strikes. Yep, 3 strikes. That's it. I had it right. 2 outs here for the Raiders. Good-looking kid coming to the plate here. Williams in the cleanup position. Trey, Tuesday a week ago when I was here broadcasting, had 12 strikeouts. At one time he had 5 in a row, and he struck out everybody in the lineup except for the leadoff batter, who had the best night of all of East Lawrence. Raiders piled up over 20 runs last week versus East Lawrence. Give up a few. But again, this is Jeff Davis. We're not sure exactly what they've got. I understand they had problems defensively last week versus Toombs, and then Toombs got hammered last night by Badea, who is ranked number 1 by Max Preps already this season. So everybody's kind of feeling each other out at this point in the season. A little bit earlier, I think, if I recall, playing Jeff Davis. Usually we tackle them later in the season. Best of 3 series this week. 2 at home. Ball's hit to the right side. Late jump by the freshman. Maybe he had trouble seeing it, but he didn't quite get the jump I think he wanted. It's going to be another base hit to right field. 2 outs, runners at first and second. We get a designated runner there. Another good-looking kid here for Jeff Davis. Glass. He's the catcher. White on deck. Again, runners first and second. 2 outs. Top of the first. Raiders trying to avoid trouble here. Good pitch. A little bit of a wrinkle there by Trey. Another good pitch. Off speed. Quickly. 2 strikes on Glass. Ball's hit the shortstop. He gathers it up, has to fire it over, and makes the play. What a great stretch by Elrod. Nice arm there by Jackson. In the inning, leaving 2 stranded. Your Raiders are going to go to the bottom of the first, looking to attack this Yellow Jacket defense. We'll be back in just a moment. Bottom of the first, Mason Michael's going to lead off for the Red Raiders. Michael's been hitting the ball pretty well the last couple games, actually the whole season, putting the bat on the ball. Starting pitcher is Williams for the Jackets. This ball is lifted in the left field. It's going to be out of play. Maybe the most impressive player we've seen thus far is we just keep talking about the catcher. He's a big dude. Glass, I'm assuming he's related maybe to the coach, Coach Glass. We don't know for sure. Just a good-looking athlete behind the plate. Hayes at first base. Try to go around the horn here. Hewlett at second base for the Jackets. Waters at shortstop. Walters, sorry. And ball hit sharply up the middle. It's deep in the hole. Just an infield base hit there for Michael. He is nursing an injury, a shoulder injury. They're trying to decide what they want to do. He's going to have some repairs to it. He has already signed a a scholarship to go play for up at Middle Georgia, the Georgia Military College. Great bunt, little small ball and he hesitates, and he is safe at first. Brady, a lot of speed. I think it caught Jeff Davis off guard. Again, a little more small ball that we've seen by Coach Coley, utilizing the athleticism of the top of this lineup. First and second, no outs. Quickly brings Elrod to the plate. Trey's coming to the plate. Thomas to help himself, as he is the pitcher of record on the mound. Double play depth by the infield frees up some space on the right side. And he squares, pulls back as it's ball 1. Elrod on deck. Jackson Connor in the hole, who made a fantastic defensive play to end the first inning. Again, you're just joining us. Your Red Raiders facing rival and region foe, your Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a risky throw there by the catcher, but plenty of arm. And they're going, and he pulls back. Everybody's going to be safe. There was no way he was. What a great jump by Michael and Brady. And, yeah, just a double steal straight up right there. I don't think that if the catcher had attempted to throw, I know he wasn't getting Michael. And it's ain't too many people going to throw Brady out at second. So no outs. Runners at second and third. And hit right back up the middle to the pitcher. And that's going to be a sacrifice for Thomas as the pitcher takes one off the leg. But more importantly, an RBI. Raiders take the early lead. Runner at third now with only one out. And Elrod, the 4-hole, has an opportunity to drive a run in. Just need a deep fly ball or base hit. Just got to put it in play. Strike on that low outside corner. No balls, one strike. One out. Bottom of the first. Hanging curveball is going to be lifted up. Let's let it get out of play, and it does. Not quite the crowd. I mean, we got a decent crowd on the home side, but not quite the crowd I would expect for a Jeff Davis game. Even on the away side, it was a little skimpy. No balls, two strikes on the first baseman. Rung him up. Got to be a little bit more aggressive on that 0-2 count. Jackson Connor to the plate. Dustin Andrews will be on deck. 2 outs now, runner at third. This ball's slapped to the right side. Should be out of the inning. However, your Raiders lead 1-0 as we go into the top of the second. Again, thank you for joining us live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. We'll take another quick break and be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. Top of the second inning. Your Raiders lead 1-0. It's going to be number 15, White, at the plate, followed by Ray on deck. This ball slapped to the second baseman. All gathers it up, throws over to first base. Freshman Garrett All, pretty impressive for this young man, getting a lot of playing time. Good problem for coach, being able to play. Unfortunately, I guess it's not unfortunate. I don't mean it in that way, but typically you don't see freshmen get too many innings on a varsity team, especially in the infield. Ball gets past the catcher. No harm, no foul there. So number 6 is at the plate, which is Ray, and then we got Clance, if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't think it was an H for chance. I think it's Clance. Ball is going to be tough play here for the third baseman. Martin scoops it, fires over to first base. Great stretch by Elrod. Man, I tell you what. Talk about smooth. That was a very nice gather as he was on the run. Just great play there. Our defense has been a little suspect as well in certain games. But we are spot on tonight thus far. Some great plays by all four infielders. As Elrod has made some great stretches.
How old are you?
20. Trying to decide. I was talking about how big this catcher, he's impressive for Jeff Davis. I told him what I thought he was, and I was just about dead on. 6'3", 215. 21 years old. I was just kidding. Again, Clance at the plate with 2 outs. Boy, it'd be a great time to go 3 up, 3 down. Ooh, gets him. That's going to strike him out. It's going to end the inning for Thomas. 3 up, 3 down. That's just what the doctor ordered after you score a run. Let's get back up on this horse here and try to put him away early. Take another quick break. Be back in just a moment. Andrews to the plate for the Raiders. It's going to be strike on the outside corner, followed by Martin and Moore. It's my understanding Moore finally got into one last week, and he's actually been hitting, got some base hits as well. But we've all been waiting on him to tank one. Ball low and away. 1-1's the count. Top of the second. Raiders lead 1-0. Big region series here. I always want to try to get the first game out of a series of 3. The way our region has it set up, each team, I believe, each team will play each team. Best of 3 series, very similar to a playoff scenario once you make the state playoffs. Junior. Catcher's a junior for JD. So he's got a little more growing room there. Martin to the plate. Fought it off. It's going to be a foul ball there from Martin. He reaches out deep to second base, forces him to a little short hop there. First baseman does a great job of digging it out for the second out. It's going to bring Terrion Moore to the plate. And we talk about specimens. You know, we're talking about how good look that catcher. The catcher don't look quite as big when Terrion's beside him. We're talking 6'3", 225, 230. Outside corner, well, a little bit more off the plate than the corner. Oh, he should have. That curveball stayed over the plate. That was monkey business there. Get the head of the bat on it. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the second. Excuse me, bottom of the second. Just a little off the plate there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpire we had last week, that would have been, he'd have rung him up right there. Hey. Good pitch, off speed. It's going to have to throw him out at first, and he does. It's going to end the inning, 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders. We're going to head to the top of the 3rd inning. Raiders still lead 1-0. Again, we'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Top of the 3rd inning. This ball is going to be lifted into shallow center field. Brady, can't get to it. Just no man's land out there. Seeing eye single for Hewlett. And that was the 9 spots. We're back to the top of the lineup. It's always frustrating for the defense. Ball was not hit real well, just hit in the right spot. Ground out by Walters, excuse me. I'll get it right in a minute. His first at bat. Close. Another throw over. Jeff Davis 9-7 on the regular season right now. 1-2 in region play, most importantly. Your Raiders are 7-5. Three 3-0 in region play after playing East Lawrence. Next week is spring break, but your Raiders will be playing a couple games at home. Toombs. Coach Derek James will bring his Bulldogs over to Raider Nation two games out of 3. Just like this week, your Raiders are home tonight. We travel to Jeff Davis Thursday night, and then back home Friday. Also Friday, if all goes well tonight for our boys soccer team, if they can take care of business tonight, they will have an opportunity, and they still may have an opportunity to win a region championship Friday night at home versus Jeff Davis. So the soccer team or teams, the girls and boys, will travel to Bacon County as well as the baseball. And that ball is popped foul. 2 balls. 1 strike, no outs here, top of the 3rd. Ooh. I don't know if it hit. I can't if it got him in the side or the arm. Either way, it stung because Thomas fired it over there. Foul ball. Runner will return. Two balls, 2 strikes. This ball's popped out of play. I think it sounded like it hit the big pole back here. Long at bat here by the leadoff, Walters. Just outside, I guess. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first, top of the 3rd. This ball is hit to Jackson, who it drops. He's going to be safe at first. I'm just glad Elrod was able to scoop that. That's one of those balls where you probably should eat it. Another sort of a seeing eye single there. That's just an infield hit. Another unfortunate thing to happen to the Raiders. Griffin hit the ball pretty hard here to right field. His first at bat. He is the left fielder for the Jackets. 2 on now with no outs. Again, Elrod made a great play there, catching that short hop. There's ball. This should be nice turn there by the freshman after being taken out, basically. But we do get an out. Runners at the corner. Hayes to the plate, struck out his first at bat, followed by Williams. This ball is shot to right field. Oh boy, that's going to be an E on the right fielder. You can't hardly see it. Runner is going to score. Only one run scores as the runners were tagging. Just didn't play it correctly off the bat. He hesitated. Had an opportunity to catch it, but it just off the tip of his glove. Runners at the corner, still one out. Williams to the plate. Pitcher, he's going to try to help himself. Another ball lifted to right field. This is going to be a base hit. And your Jackets are quickly up 2-1. It's going to bring Glass, the catcher, to the plate. He grounded out his first at bat. And we need with catcher's speed, I'd like to see a ball sharply hit to the second baseman right up the middle. Maybe we can get a tailor-made double play here. Pitcher's best friend. And he's going to pop this one up. That might be even better. Should be an infield fly rule in effect regardless. It's going to be 2 outs. It's a big out there. White comes to the plate. He grounded out his first at bat. Ray on deck. Raiders trying to stop the bleeding here. Trey wants to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. And there's strike one as he pours it in. This could be trouble down the right field line, but it is going to be foul. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. This ball is hit sharply to the second baseman. He knocks it down, takes his time, fires to first, gets the out. Great play by the freshman to end the inning. However, Jackets do score 2, take the lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. And looks like Garrett All is going to lead off for the Raiders, and we head back to the top of the lineup with Michael and Cawthorn. We're going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment. One up, one down by the freshman. All. It's going to bring Mason to the plate. Had a base hit his first at bat. And he scored first run. And there's another ball to right field. It's going to be another base hit. Apparently that shoulder is not bothering him hitting the ball. It's going to be Brady. He bunted his first at bat. Cawthorn, a junior. Lazy curveball on the outside corner, a little high. Ooh wee! He'd have been running for days if that ball had stayed fair, just outside the third base line. One ball, one strike, one out. Bottom of the third. Raiders want to try to match Jeff Davis here so we can tie this thing back up at least. Outside corner for strike. That's a good-looking pitch. He's been pretty consistent on that corner. Maybe a ball off on both sides of the plate. And another ball slapped in the left field. And that's what that outside pitch forces you to do. Quality at bat for Brady. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fights this one off, stays alive as the pitcher comes back inside. Nothing fancy about Brady's swing. He kind of stands up straight and real quick with the bat. He hits this one to the shortstop, possibly 2, but it's just difficult to turn it over with that kind of speed on the bag. Ball's chopped to the third baseman. Fires over to first. That's going to end the inning for the Raiders. 3 up, 3 down. Excuse me, 4 up, 3 down. Yeah, I get my math right there. Raiders trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. We'll be back in just a moment. Clance at the plate. struck out his first at bat. Ball a little high in the zone. 2-1 early. Well, about midway now, I guess, top of the fourth. Ball is fisted out into right field. Another single for Jeff Davis. And this is in the bottom, sort of the bottom half of their lineup. Hewlett comes to the plate. I guess that's Hullett. He had a base hit. His first at bat led off the last inning. He squares the bunt. A little small ball there for the Jackets. Jackets are the reigning state champions. I was just informed that the only difference, and it's a big difference, is one graduate from last year, the Mets kid, and he is down at JU, I believe, Jacksonville University, playing baseball. What a great play to get that force out. He had it long enough. Yeah, good call by the umpire. Again, that's a big play there by Trey. Didn't even hesitate. So a lot of times they'll turn and look, but he just turning through to get the lead runner as we're back to the top of the lineup. And the leadoff this is Clance. Is going to, I guess he's going to bat for himself this inning. There was a DH for him earlier, I believe. Maybe I get. I'm confused. My lineup here. Yeah, I got it right. This is Clance, number 1. He's a center fielder. He's batting for himself this time around. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Inside pitch pulled. Batter gets the time. 0-2 count. 2-1. Your Raiders lead trail. First couple innings have gone by a lot quicker than last week. About 41 minutes into this game, and we're pushing being half over. Good pitch. It's going to be foul. Strikeout be nice here. Or a sharply hit ball back to Trey. Maybe a double play. Something up the middle. Strikeout would be nice or pop up. Low stress on the defense. And here's to the second baseman. He's going to go to first. Smart play there by the freshman to get the sure out. especially being the second out. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Walters is 1 for 2 with a base hit his last at bat. Ball's popped up out of play. Good pitch inside corner. Ball ended up on the softball field. Lady Raiders tennis team played Swainsboro in a play-in game yesterday for our region tournament, and they will advance. That region tournament will be after spring break, I believe. I was told on about the 13th, and they'll be playing over in Jeff Davis as they'll be hosting the tournament. Good pitch right over the top of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 4th. Again, Trey's trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Ball is hit to the third baseman. Fires across the mound. Elrod scoops it up for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 fantastic defensive plays by the third baseman to get us out of the inning both times. And we're going to be headed to the bottom of the 4th, still trailing 2-1. See if we can rally around our Raiders, take the lead here. Be back in just a moment. Elrod to the plate to lead off the Raiders here in the bottom of the 4th. Struck out his first at bat. Outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball in the dirt. Hitters count here. 3-2. Outside corner, going to ring him up again. He got to be a little bit more aggressive, especially on a 3-2 count. That's no longer a hitter's count. It's just that's a tough count. Connor to the plate. Connor's no small kid by no means. He's pushing 6'3", probably 190 pounds, 185. Inside corner for strike, and that was over the plate. I could see that. Ground out his first at bat. Ball, he reaches out and pushes it to shallow left field. Left fielder makes the play out of play. Dustin Andrews, the catcher, is coming to the plate. Ground out his first at bat. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, no runners on base. Again, bottom of the 4th. Ooh, takes one off the hip. Going to have a base runner. And Martin comes to the plate and grounded out his first at bat. Ooh, good eye. I thought he might have been going to call that a strike. I guess it was just a little too far outside for 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Courtesy runner for the catcher. That's just enough to get his britches dirty. Again, Martin at the plate. He's made some fantastic defensive plays from third base tonight. See if he can chop one to short. It's going to be trouble. Oh, no, he rings him up. Wow. That was a bad call. I believe it. I believe he was safe. But we ain't going to get it back. We're going to take another break. Be back in just a moment. Jeff Davis back up, top of the fifth. This game's kind of moving along. Griffin at the plate, followed by Hayes. Griffin is 1 for 1. This ball's hammered in the right center. Dean strolls over, makes a really comfortable play there. This kid's got some long legs and makes some quick strides. 1 up, 1 down. It's a big out there. Hayes he struck out and reached on an error. His second at bat, followed by Williams. Good pitch on that outside corner. Thomas was real sharp the first 2 innings, and then he looks like he's regaining that. Working the corners back on that inside. Quickly, 2 strikes. Maybe see a wrinkle here. Fastball high and away. Real quick release by Thomas. It's going to be chopped to the third baseman. He's going to have some time to gather himself. Fires over to first. Another good play by the third baseman. He's 3 for 3 tonight from the field. Going to bring Williams. Williams is 2 for 2 with 2 base hits. Followed by Glass. Good pitch by Trey. Ball is going to be lifted into shallow right field, and it's going to fall. Two outs, runner at first. It's going to bring Glass. Makes Williams 3 for 3. Ground out and pop out for Glass. White on deck. Asking for time and gets it. Swing and a miss. One and one, 2 outs. Top of the fifth. 2-1 Jackets. Strike 2 on that outside corner. Ooh. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maybe that doesn't give this guy a second chance here. No, do it. Run, run, run. Throw him out. It's going to be a steal there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Sharply down the right side. Foul. High and away. Gets away from him. 4 balls is going to send him to first. Runners at first and second. It's going to bring up White with Ray on deck. Combined, these next two batters are 0 for 4. It's either good or bad. It's going to be a tough play. It's be a foul ball. Okay. Quick update with soccer this evening. The Lady Raiders fell 3-0 to the Indians, who have been competing much better in recent weeks. But the boys varsity soccer team lead 2-0 at the half, which is again, the boys are competing for a region championship by defeating Vidalia tonight and defeating Jeff Davis Friday night. Will solidify that. And I'll talk about something pretty special that could happen here in just a few minutes, maybe between innings. If we can get this thing out of the way right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little high in the zone. To big number 15, another good-looking kid. Again, 2 ground outs. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Ball is hit sharply to the shortstop. Fires over to first. Digs it out as Elrod. It's going to end the inning. Strand 2. Raiders still trail 2-1. Special thing I was going to mention that the Raiders get a victory tonight. They're essentially guaranteed the second seed for the state playoffs in soccer. And what that guarantees is the first time that any team in Bacon County school history has ever hosted or played a playoff game on our football field. Now, typically you would think football would be the sport to do that, but unfortunately our Red Raiders, through the long history of having a football program, have never hosted a playoff game on our field. But the boys varsity soccer team have an opportunity to host a state playoff game on our football field, which would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Take a break. Be back in just a moment. Moore leads off the inning for the Raiders. Struck out his first at bat. Didn't look real comfortable. Thomas on the mound for the Raiders. Williams on the mound for the Jackets. Ball hit sharply to the shortstop. Gathers it up. He's going to have to hustle. Oh! And he just does get him. That was probably the right call. An inning ago, I'm not so sure. But he got him there just a few inches. Great effort by Terrion to make it close. All the freshmen ground out his first at bat. Oh, you got to lean into that one, son. That was a good one to take for the team off the shoulder there. But 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he chops this one to the pitcher. Oh, just almost over his head. 2 up, 2 down now as we go to the top of the lineup. Mason Michaels 2 for 2 with 2 base hits, both to right field. Took a little something off of that. Michael tried to wait on it. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here. High and away. Ball low. And we got a runner on base. Brady Cothran is 1 for 2. Base hit and a fly out. Base hit was a bunt, beauty, that advanced Michael in the first inning, where we got our first run. Let's see Brady put one in a gap. Outfield is playing a little shallow, I would think, but especially with 2 outs, but maybe not. Almost fouled out of play. Ball is slapped to the first baseman, and it's going to be a can of corn there. It's going to end the inning. Stranding 1. Still trailing 2-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. I'm going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment. I know Ray Taylor's at home watching. Come on, Ray. Let's pull us through, buddy. Brady at the plate with an opportunity to win it right here. 1 out. How about a squeeze? Ooh, good pitch on that outside corner. Double play is really out of the, other than a line drive, and they have to be real careful. Quickly 0-2 on the count on Brady. Slaps it again down that third base line, and that's what he's doing, just kind of slapping it, staying alive. No balls, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. This ball is hit deep to left field. Is it? And it, boy, hit really well by Brady. This ball is hit to the shortstop, and that's not. I don't know why in the world did he send him. Why did he go? I don't think he meant for him to. The way the coach is reacting, no way he goes home on that play. Oh, boy. That's a tough play there. First and second with 2 outs. Ball has popped up in the right field. Just going to be another can of corn. The Raiders have tied this thing up, and we're going to head to some extra innings, but we had an opportunity there. We let slip by. We'll hope it don't hurt us in the end. We're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, free baseball. Top of the 8th inning. Number 17 comes to the plate, Williams. And this is actually okay. We're in the middle of the lineup. Maybe we can go. That was close. That was close. Number 17 is Williams. Williams is 3 for 3, folks. So 3 singles. If my scorebook is correct, Jeff Davis only has not only, but they have 7 base hits. Finally, a ground out for that young man. Glass is 0 for 2 with a walk. Wide on deck. Great pitch by Thomas, who's still on the mound. I'm not sure what his pitch count is. That's one thing I don't keep up with. He's got to be, you got to be pushing 90 to 100 pitches. Well, he's had a couple quick innings, so yeah, he's definitely pushing 90. Shout out to my friend and former student, Romeo Carino, who is watching live tonight, or is supposed to be. He had to work. Texted me earlier to see if we were going to be online.
texted me and said, Cole's got to be mad at himself, too. Yeah. He don't have to be. I don't think I've ever seen Coley mad at himself. I know. I've never seen it happen either. Not like that.
Ball's popped up. Martin with the opportunity, and he squeezes it for the second out. 2 up, 2 down.
There goes the hat again, boys. Yep. Hey, I'm just glad it's coming off. Yeah.
Wide at the plate, Clance on deck. 2 away.
White at the plate. Good pitch on that outside. Ooh.
Aaron's about. I find it funny. Listen, you guys think Miss Aaron's loud here? You should hear Bruce Thomas at a travel ball game. Oh, really?
Another good-looking pitch. Again, Thomas has gone the distance. Something's going on down there on the left field line. Not sure exactly what. Man, the field looks great again this evening. I know Coach Coley works hard on it, along with Mr. Jimmy Scott, our ag teacher and young farmer coordinator. He helps to take care of the fields, spray for the herbicide and insecticides and fertilizers and ryegrass seed, those types of things. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here, top of the 8th. This ball is hammered in the left field. Going to be a 1-hopper to Terrion. He's going to get it in quickly.
He only got 1, he got 2 outs. Hit short or something. Try close appeal and Chase Kirk.
Clance at the plate.
Somebody get Chase out.
2 away.
Somebody put Chase away right here.
These guys back. You just not bad in the last 2 rounds. He subbed back in. 16.
This ball is hit to the right fielder. Ooh, he squeezes it for the 3rd out. We'll take it. 2-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Maybe the Raiders can take care of business right here. We're all going to take another break and be back in just a moment. $17 is the pitcher of record.
They brought in a good one. Better one.
I think we have a new pitcher on the mound. I do not have a name for his number. Stone. It's a familiar name from Jeff Davis. Good-looking kid, probably 6'2", 190.
This is a new pitcher. What's his name? Stone.
Number 7, Stone. Duke Stone. Boy, that's
What an absolute Chad. They don't want to lose. I mean, they can't afford to lose this.
Elrod is going to come to the plate. Elrod is 0 for 3. So, again, he is due.
I'll tell you.
Big swing, can end the game. But we definitely want base runners. Maybe Elrod will bear down here. Not try too hard. I know he knows he struggled tonight at the plate. Good kid, smart kid. He's been accepted to the University of Georgia. He'll actually be going up with his brother, who graduated last year, who was also accepted to Athens. Excuse me, he graduated 2 years ago. That was Jake Elrod. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit different velocity from this kid, probably 6 or 8 miles per hour. That ball was going to be inside. It was probably ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The way he's throwing, though, I bet he don't have that many pitches.
Going to be close, and he's safe. Beats it out. Infield base hit for Elrod. What a great effort. Fighting. That's what we want to see is fighting. That ball was. It's like the ball was in slow motion going out there to shortstop. Elrod doesn't. He has better than average first base speed. That was a no doubter. He was safe for sure. I was just told that every one of these umpires live in Jeff Davis, or at least 2 out of the 3 for sure. Ball hits the ground. Boy, that's tough for the Raiders. That's just a tough play there. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Just a pop-up bunt that just lands where nobody can catch it, but Elrod had no choice but to tag up. That's a fielder's choice for Jackson Connors. Going to bring Andrews up with 1 out. Andrews is due. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, and that walk, he took 1 off the rump. Big cut by Andrews. Again, to me, it looks like these outfielders are playing a little bit in. I don't know, with the guy that throws the ball a little harder, it don't take much for it to pop one out there. Maybe Andrews can toast one of them. Boys soccer team lead Vidalia 2-1 as they've started the second half of play. Excuse me.
I'm just saying, look at this gap right here between center and left. Yeah. I'm just saying, if some. Yep.
It's a good swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Trying to avoid a strikeout, trying to put it in play. We don't want a double play, but we do want to force the defense to work. Ball. Whew. That's runner at scoring position now with one out. Duke Stone on the mound. As much as I dislike Jeff Davis, you got to like that name, Duke Stone. If he's their number one guy, I'm not sure. We think he is. Good pitch as it gets away from the catcher. And we're going to take third. And the ball is thrown in the right field. The ball game is over. The Red Raiders have defeated Jeff Davis in a walk-off fashion as the catcher has overthrew after a strikeout missed ball. He goes to first base, throws it over his head, and the Raiders take a victory 3-2, and we'll take it any way we can get it, folks. Probably should have won it in the bottom of the second, but hey, good things happen when you put the ball in play, and that's what we were able to do these last couple innings. I want to thank you for joining us. Man, what a game. I'm glad that Thomas was able to get that victory as he came in and pitched the top of the eighth. He so surely deserved it. Big win for the Raiders here. Defending state champions go down tonight to your Red Raiders 3-2 in the opening series, as we will face them Thursday over at Jeff Davis, and then we're back home for Game 3 Friday night. Come back and join us. We should be live. I'm not sure if I'll be on the air. We got some soccer. Jeff Davis is coming over Friday night for some soccer that could be for a region championship for our boys soccer team. So a lot going on this week. Thank you for joining us live tonight on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. My name is Brent Johnson. I got to talk about my senior Taylor here helping me tonight as well. He's silent but violent over here on the computer. I want to thank him for all of his effort. But again, a huge win for the Raiders. Excited for them coming back and making play. And I know Coach Coley is super proud. So we're going to let it go tonight. I want to thank you for joining us again. Good night.